So my friend writes SheHulk. I admit it, I've never seen the show kill itself and the ultimate defiance of its critics before. This guy would be Intelligentsia's co-president, for the record. I mean, what the hell was that? Because I can't tell you what it wasn't entertaining, funny, and clever. I think to say that it wasn't entertaining is a stretch. Funny is subjective, and I guess clever. He would only call it clever if it came down the way that he liked it. Even if you don't like the ending, I would still call it clever for having the balls to go for it. To do a simple beat 'em up at the end is not clever. Actually, it's pretty paint by book and it's safe. And it was what the MCU always does, so I give them credit for not going for that route. But once again, some people just want to argue just to argue. He can't sit here and explain to me how it wasn't clever. And it was a mess. And it was a mess. That tried to pretend that it was a mess on purpose. Um, I mean, I, even if it was a mess that was accidentally a mess, they still addressed the elephant in the room. So again, I don't know why you would care if they addressed that it was a mess or if they meant for it. It's kind of like that guy who's like, he gets caught making a bad joke. He's like, just trolling, bruh. Like, no, you weren't trolling, you were serious. It's like, that's possible, but did they still make their point or not, you know? But maybe maybe I'm just defending it. Let me put my face up. I think that She-Hulk was fine. My homeboy said didn't hate it, so there was a lot of flaws. It did. A lot of flaws. I mean, to me, honestly, some of the pacing maybe. I mean, honestly, I could just be a shill. I didn't hate it. Some episodes weren't as good as others, and some had other messages. I love the Emil episode. The wedding episode was a little rough, but I still like the idea of the wedding episode. Probably those first couple episodes was bad, but they were setting up the whole Emil thing. Everything with Tatiana was pretty bad, but they kind of had to do that because that's like her ultimate baddie, like her anti baddie. She has to be in there. They can't delete it. Everything with Daredevil was awesome. Everything with Wong was awesome. Everything with the Hulk was awesome. All those characters. I think She-Hulk suffers from what the Hulk suffers from, which is they can't carry a movie by themselves. And a lot of people don't like that about the Hulk. They think he can carry his own movie. He can't. And idiot fans, they try to ignore that fact. She-Hulk could probably be better in an ensemble. Um, as far as MCU films go, MCU shows, I see no reason not to give it. I mean, I don't want to rank it. And he said the writer was one of the writers since she hasn't done anything. But she wrote on Rick and Morty in Silicon Valley. Rick and Morty is a Emmy award winning show. So why would you say she hasn't done anything? He clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. Again, I'm not gonna point his argument ain't wrong. He'll see this when he sees it. Yeah, it was definitely being meta. That's what she does. Anyway, was MCU show? No. I mean, people hated Moon Knight's ending. I loved Moon Knight. I loved all the MCU shows. Some I liked more than others. Like, I didn't like half of Hawkeye, but I still didn't mind Hawkeye. Hawkeye and She-Hulk are definitely the bottom two, but I didn't hate them. They're just not as good. Where I loved Loki and I loved Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel. I mean, they all were their own thing. That was a teeny bopper comedy. So why would I expect more than that from it? I think people just don't like the idea that some shows are made for them. Like She-Hulk was about women empowerment and shit that she had to go through. So why would I expect any other message to be pushed? I don't know. For people who are dicks and they just want a rating, to me, the She-Hulk finale was cool. It was way better than literally when they started doing the beat 'em up where Titanium and the Hulk came out of nowhere. Granted, everyone loves the Hulk. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing here? This doesn't make any sense. And then she's like, "But this doesn't make any sense." I'm like, "Yeah, it doesn't make any sense." And then she stopped. I'm like, "Thank God." Some people wanted that shit to keep going. Some a pointless fight for no reason. I like that they didn't turn John Super Hulk. Oh my food's coming. This first time. Get ready to cut the video. Anyway, I like the decision that they made, and people are gonna be hard. People are gonna be dicks, and get ready for Wakanda to also be disappointed. But I'm ready to take a break from the MCU's TV shows for a while, and try to ignore the intelligentsia guys. The show was rough. I didn't dislike it, but I could see how others would. Because it's a comedy. It's like an Ally McBeal comedy. I knew that going in. So it wasn't hilarious. It was funny at times. But anyway, I digress. Let me know what y'all think below ultimately about the show. It's your boy, DMC Eagles, and I'm out.